Hey there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to Confessions of a Domestic Engineer, or as I like to call it, Code. And if you watched my previous update, you can take part of that as completely true, and the other part of it is I've changed gears slightly. Justin Trudeau called a federal election. The useless piece of shit. I'm against this election. I'm 100% against this election. I don't care if it's a minority government or not. I am 100% against this election. I really, truly, and totally believe that they should be forced to stick out the whole 5-year term as a minority government, and there should be none of this confidence motion bullshit, none of this calling election early bullshit. 5 years, deal with it. Stuff gets passed or it doesn't get passed. One way or the other. I don't give a shit. Elections this often are a waste of taxpayer dollars. End of story. I am also not saying don't vote Justin Trudeau. I'm not campaigning against Justin Trudeau. I'm campaigning against all five or six of the parties, depending on which party it is, depending on how you want to look at the parties, okay? I am campaigning against the Liberals. The Liberals suck. They are no better than the Conservatives. Screw both parties. I have no confidence in the leadership of the NDP. I think that they have a sheep in there. I don't think they have someone with the gravitas that they need. Unfortunately, they cannot seem to find another Jack Layton. I will not support the Green Party any longer. The Green Party is just horrible. It is chaotic. I used to support the Green Party. Then Elizabeth May made it the Elizabeth May Party. I got out. And I don't agree with the new leadership that they've put in place either. It is the most extreme version of tokenism I have ever seen in a political candidate. Against it. I'm clearly not going to vote for the Bloc. Even born in Quebec, I'm not voting for the Bloc. I'm not voting for a separatist party. It's just not happening. And then you got the PPC, which is supposed to be the alternate to the Conservatives. Forget that, man. All it is a more extreme right. Okay? They're all garbage. Every last one of them is garbage. There are certain things that I could say as positives about all of them. Almost. Kind of. But I'm not going to do that. What this is all about, and what the next month or so of my campaigning during this election is for, the federal government has constantly denied us the right to decline our vote. The province of Ontario gives us the right to decline our vote. And declining our vote means you go in there and you actually take your vote and you say that you're not casting the ballot. You show no confidence in any of the parties. Okay? If enough people decline the vote, I'd have to do the full research on what happens if decline the vote gets the majority vote. Or exactly how that works. But what it shows is it shows how little faith there really is. Not voting is not the same thing. Okay? Let's be very clear. By not voting, you're just saying you don't care. By declining the vote, you were actually taking the time to say you do not support the parties that are currently available. That is a major, major difference. And the federal government does not give us this right. The federal government refuses to give us the right to decline the vote. Now, I am not the starter of this movement. This movement that I am promoting started in Edmonton, actually, during, I believe it was the last federal election. What I am pushing is eat the vote. That's right, everyone. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eating the vote, one, shows that you went in, you got your ballot. Because you have to go in, even if you are not a registered voter, you take 2 pieces of ID in with you. One has to be a photo ID. So your driver's license, a passport. You can't use your health card, unfortunately. Driver's license, passport. If you have the in Ontario, the nickname is the purple card. It's the variation of an age of majority card. It's a photo ID card. It's a basic photo ID card for people like myself who don't drive, that want regular photo ID and don't want to walk around with a passport. So, you go in, you provide proof of address, blah, 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 and they allow you to vote. End of story. So, going with that, my apologies, itchy eye. You have to go in, you have to get your vote. Now, you are not allowed, you can't just simply, you can go in the booth. You can eat your vote in the booth. Go for it. Just remember, when you're in the booth, you are not allowed to take a camera with you into the booth, and you're not allowed to take the camera with you beyond a certain point in polling stations. So if you're going to be if you want to be dramatic about it and post eating the vote, you have to make sure you do it special. But the reality is, if you take that vote, you eat that vote, it throws off the count, which then causes a whole bunch of chaos. So if they're going to deny you the right to officially decline the vote, the easiest thing you can do is cause some chaos in the system. All it takes is a minimum of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 person per riding eating the vote. Causes nothing but chaos. 1 person per riding. That's all it takes. 1 person per riding. Imagine if we get the 5 per riding, 10 per riding, 20 per riding. 20 people per riding eating the vote. The message that'll send. Not only will it show that there is a complete lack of faith in the government, and all the government, not just one part of it, the whole entire government, because the entire government is broken. We need fresh new government. Completely fresh new government. And this is the start to it. This is the start. So eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote, because it is your right to eat your vote. It is your right to not cast that ballot and tell the government that you do not have any faith in them. You want to make a change. If you are a person who has never voted before, never ever voted before, because you don't think it'll make a difference, this is how you make the difference this time. Don't be apathetic. Don't just sit on your ass and do nothing. Do something. And by the way, by law, the paper is non-toxic, and so is the ink. It is totally safe to eat. If you have an allergy, that's another story. Bring a little jam with you, a little peanut butter with you, a little anything, whatever. If smoking were still allowed in buildings, I'd say bring a little pot with you, roll it up and fucking light one up and smoke it, since smoking pot is legal in Canada, but you can't smoke inside the building. You cannot smoke inside the building, okay? So do not do that. And don't try and walk out with the ballot. I'm not sure if you can walk out with the ballot. If you can walk out with the ballot and you want to go outside, roll it up and smoke it, smoke your vote. But let's play it level, and let's just go with eat the vote. Come on, everybody. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Just 20 people per riding. That's all I need. I just need 20 people per riding. Edmonton started this. This is not my brilliant idea, okay? I just think it's a brilliant idea to go with. I'm going to push this. Eat the vote. Show them how little confidence you have in them and throw the system into chaos. Seriously. It will completely throw the voting system into chaos as it is currently done and how they insist on doing it. Show them how we need to change the system and eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote. Eat the vote.